Welcome to I Try, I Share. This is the show where we will only share with you useful items that can improve your quality of living and make life easier for you. And we teach you how to be a smart shopper. We are here to try things out for you so that you can make the right choices for your purchases. Today, we are going to talk about how to prevent unwanted guests that you cannot see when they come visiting. So what are these unwanted guests, you might ask? The obvious will be thieves when you are not at home. But we will make it even broader and will include allergens, viruses, and as well as haze. Those are in my unwanted guest list. What about you? First, let's talk about viruses and bacteria. I bet that this pandemic have made a lot of us notice how a virus outbreak can affect our economy and life. It made me a step closer to being a germaphobe. So we know there's sanitizers that we can use to clean out surfaces before we touch it. But what about the airborne viruses that are flying around in the air? That is when UVC comes into play, and it saves time and effort. This UVC lamp is great to disinfect the surfaces and air in a room for up to 28 square meters. Perfect for household and offices. UVC is nothing new. It's been widely used by hospitals and laboratories to disinfect air and surfaces in an enclosed space like ICU and operating theatres. You might be curious, how a light can actually kill bacteria and viruses? Well, it's actually quite simple, and I'm not going to go into technical details or the medical details, but in layman's terms, the UVC light will be absorbed by the bacteria and it will change something inside its DNA and cause it to stop reproduction and its ability to infect others. So for UVC light to be germicidal, its wavelength needs to be between 200 to 300 nanometers. So be sure to check this wavelength before you buy any UVC products. Philips has actually been making UVC lights for over 35 years. So you can call them the expert in this field. Do note that because of the effectiveness of the UVC lamp, direct exposure to UVC is harmful for your skin and eyes. And because of that, Philips UVC lamp will give out warning to leave the room and keep the door closed every time when you start using the device.
UVC light produced by this device may do harm to humans and animals. Safe operation is the user's responsibility. Prior to operation, please read the manual carefully. To confirm, please hold power button for 3 seconds to unlock the device.
Okay.
Disinfection routine is about to start. To avoid ultraviolet exposure, please leave the room and close the door.
There's also motion sensor built into this lamp. Any pet or anyone accidentally walk into the room, it will immediately deactivate the operation. Safety first. Operation is simple as 1, 2, 3. Just plug it in and a few button clicks and you are ready to disinfect the space. A 28 square meter room will take about 45 minutes to complete the disinfection cycle. So do you need a UVC lamp at home? Next, we're going to talk about how you can tackle haze and allergens. This Sharp air purifier is a 3-in-1 purifier that comes with high density plasma cluster to suppress more viruses, allergens, odors, and it also comes with an air purifying HEPA filter that captures 99.97% of pollens, dust, pet dander, smoke, and as well as a mosquito catcher. Well, okay, let me stop you from here, About the mosquito catcher, the effectiveness of that feature, I would say that don't buy this air purifier for that feature, It's not the best product to do that. I feel that your old school, the UV lamp, still works better. After trying out for a few months, the catch rate is actually not very high, as this device actually needs the mosey to be flying around near the device to get it sucked into the vent, then after that stick it onto the sticky pad. In contrast, this is not very effective in my opinion. So you should only buy this air purifier for its air purifying features. It's just a little bonus that you can actually have it as a secondary mosquito catcher. The air purifier is actually pretty strong in circulating the airflow in the room. Just check out the airflow here. So that's a plus point to keep the air clean even when you left it in one small corner of the room. It's good enough for a 30 square meter space, so you might want to consider this option when looking for an air purifier. And finally, what about intruders that are visiting your homes when you are not around? If you've seen my previous reviews on the Arlo home surveillance camera, you will know that it's actually very easy to set up these wireless cameras around the house. It's no longer you need to find a contractor or to be a rocket scientist to set that up yourself. And they can last over 3 months in one single charge. So it's now easy to keep your home safe. You can now do so with the more affordable Arlo Essential Spotlight camera. Although it's missing a couple of features that the more premium models have, like the clip-on, clip-off for easy installations and the removable battery, well, for the price you pay, all you need to do is just unscrew and screw the mount to charge the battery. So I think for that effort, it's actually quite worth the price. But overall, it works out pretty much like the premium Arlo cameras. It's just that this is in Full HD instead of 2K and 4K videos. And the best feature it had for me is that it doesn't require the Arlo Smart Hub to connect. Okay, the premium models all need this Smart Hub, but there is a limitation with that Smart Hub. So the Arlo Essential Spotlight camera actually uses the home Wi-Fi to connect to the server. That actually greatly increased the flexibility and the distance to place the camera, as now I have a more stable Wi-Fi coverage across the house with my mesh routers, so I can actually put the cameras as and where I liked it, as long as it's inside the mesh routers coverage. Unlike the ones that need to connect to the Smart Hub, have to be in the limited distance of the Smart Hub to get the connection. That is a bit irritating lah, because when I try to install it on the second level of the house, the signal is just so weak. But with Arlo Essential Spotlight, it's not a problem anymore. As mentioned on its name, it comes with a LED spotlight for night use as well. And it also has a speaker and mic for two-way communications via the camera. So do you need a security camera at home? These are the 3 devices I recommend for you to take a look as reference before you make the purchase to get rid of these unwanted guests. So for any questions, please leave it down in the comment section below. And do remember to like and share this video. See you in the next episode of I Try and I Share.